a very serious escalation of disorder now in Whitehall, outside Downing Street. Metropolitan Police have just brought in mounted officers who've just mounted a charge down Whitehall from the War Memorial down towards the Cenotaph. You can see one of the officers has been knocked off his horse. That horse is now bolted up Whitehall. There are bottles and other objects being thrown at the mounted officers there on Whitehall itself. To the side of Whitehall in Downing Street, the other police officers who were guarding the front of Downing Street have gone into full riot kit and have brought their riot shields out as well. You can see, in fact, another line of public order trained officers there in full riot gear, now just mounting a charge, or at least a fast walk down Whitehall to push the crowds back. This really happened about 20 minutes or so ago. It started to get very wet here with torrential rain and thunderstorms, and at that point the crowd really turned. They started throwing bottles and other objects at the officers who were outside the front of Downing Street. They then retreated inside Downing Street to be replaced by those officers in more protection who've just come out now. And of course you can see the other officers here on Whitehall and the officers further down still on horseback. We don't know what has happened to that mounted officer who clearly fell off his horse. I don't know if he's been injured because I can't see that from this point of view. Now the protesters right at the front towards those officers are really adopting a familiar pose that you've seen in the US, where they're getting on their knees, putting their hands up, saying "don't shoot" and "I can't breathe." But police pushing forward nonetheless, determined to move them now from Whitehall. They were happy to leave them here while the protests were peaceful, but now these protests have turned violent and the police are moving in.